And I want you to realize that one scenario that we will win under fits under one category. You see, God's going to work on you, and God's going to work on me. And God is going to work in you and in me, and God's going to work through you and through me. Remember that. God's going to work on us. He's going to be with us. God's going to work in us, and God's going to work through us. So as you go through these machinations in your life, as you go through these ups and downs, as you go through the happy moments, as you go through the perilous moments, as you go through the grieving moments, all of these things are going to fit that pattern that God working with you, God working in you, and God working through you. And there's going to be a time when you're going to have your rendezvous with destiny. What do you mean by that? There's going to be a time when you're going to have to make a choice. That choice is going to say, are you going to trust God, or are you going to trust man? Are you going to trust God, or are you going to trust man? And I want you to see something. If you go to Acts chapter 23, our main text for today, you see God has a plan for you, and God has a plan for me. But God isn't going to take away my free choice, and God isn't going to take away your free choice. God's going to allow us to go. Remember I told you about the sorcerer in Iron Man? God's going to allow all of these possibilities. You see, they had millions of possibilities. And I can't remember the sorcerer's name, but it escapes me right now. But he told Iron Man at a very pivotal point that there's only one scenario that I have run that we won. Millions of times I've run this scenario, and there's only one scenario that we won under. And that applies to you and I. You see, when we are children of God, when we trust in the Lord, then we know that under that one scenario is a scenario that we can win under, because we are going to do three things. In our actions, we're going to glorify God. We're going to help ourselves. And we're going to put ourselves in a position to help others. That's the only scenario that you and I can win under. And so no matter how many times you run that scenario, no matter how many roads you go down, no matter how many things you encounter, there's only going to be one set of circumstances that allows you and me to win, and that's when it glorifies God, makes us better, and help others. We want to thank you for being with us today. If this message has been a blessing to you and your family, we encourage you to make a donation to keep this broadcast on air. You can make your donations by going to Bethesda ApostolicHouseOfPrayer.com on our secure website, or Givelify app, where you can make your donation to keep this broadcast on the air. Please remember, your tithes go to your local church, but your offerings can go to where you're being fed. And as we continue on our journey, remember this. 2 Corinthians 5:7 tells us that we walk by faith, not by sight.